the role.
Well, you heard them. They are ready for this. It is already game number 3 in this best of 7. The rotations are going to be extremely important. We have on one side Juan on the Cat Boom. He's going to have to be vital if we want to be able to get this composition from the blue side to get them going. And on the other side, Shuai moving around, allowing multiple ultimates from all of his teammates.
Yes, and also I do want to highlight the synergy in this game between the mid lane and also the jungler, because that's the whole point in the early game. Who moves faster? Who clean up the jungles faster? Who's gonna gain the opportunity? Who's gonna win the upper hand, actually?
Let's wait and see what's going to happen right over there. You can already see the 3-man rotations coming in from both teams.
Yes.
It is going to be an extremely tough place for this Shouyue.
Yes,
we
for
know
Track.
we know that Track Shouyue, like, he is very good with the accuracy. He's a sniper, so he can actually find the long range distance.
Yes.
Like, he can find the target. The problem is that as he's sitting there finding the target, he can be flanked very easily.
And also Track actually has the 100% winning rate by using the Shoryou, which is really, really rare in this kind of patch. But still, we can see a lot of pressure made on the side of AG as Shen upgrade to level 4. That's what we're talking about. They need to move more frequently and let Shen to land his ulti upon their enemies.
One comes in on Conquerable Army, pushes Ino against the wall. He's going to be taken extremely low. First blood, one more time goes to Wolves.
Let's see, King of Sulit. That's what we're talking about.
Lovely. One comes from the flank, Unconquerable Army, sends Ino on air, and then it was just for his teammates to do what they had to do. Deal the damage, collect that first kill.
I feel like the movement that made by Wolves, which gained them the first blood, is because they predicted what's the next movement on the side of AG, because as we said, AG do need to rotate around this Shen's Jhin, right? His ulti matters a lot, is critical, but Wolves, they just predict that, and once they see that all game, 3 of them just showed up on the top lane, they just make that snap engagement happen.
But I'm telling you something, it has been 3 games, all of them has been first blood for Wolves.
Yes.
Every single one of them has been first blood for Wolves, and that is telling you something about this whole game. Wolves are coming in so aggressive, trying their very best just to be dealing, just to take AG from the nose and pulling them in their direction.
Yes, and also the play style on the side of Wolves show that they are actually sharing the second most amount of first blood being taken in this tournament so far. They're good at taking first blood, actually.
4 minutes mark, the Tyrant is already online. Punk does not even want him to let settle over there on the river. Takes him extremely easy. On the other side, it's going to be AG answering with the Overlord.
Again, a Dragon trade. Looks very fair on the side of AG.
The Blades of Justice are going to clean that wave. Let's watch the replay one more time. Ino, he comes in from the flank and then immediately just that, pushed against the wall. At 3 against 1, nothing he could have done. It was really tough on Ino. Where was Shuai at that moment?
He was rotating, trying to gain more vision control, but to be honest, when Doliath is against Sulia, yes, you can see Sulia will be tankier than Doliath.
Yeah. At these first stages of the game, that Doliath cannot take in a little too much damage.
Yes.
The rotations one more time, they're going to trade turrets. The turrets over there for the farm lane and the clash lane are not going to be that vital right now in this stage of the game. So what is going to be vital is just the little camps of jungle that you can actually take away from your opponent. That's why Zoe just coming in, trying to keep eyes, can he snatch something out?
And I should say Zoe is the only one that is already beating his power spike in this specific moment. So Zoe, it just all depends on him whether this team can buy more time for Ino.
Let's wait and see if they can do that right now after the neutral objectives were traded in there. The Overlord has not been a very popular pick over there in the first 10 minutes, right? Last time I was discussing with Sky in the previous matches, and it has been the matter of just how the Vanguards take away gold from you.
Yes.
Is that going to be bad news for AG in a game where it's going to be about pace?
Yes, but actually a small detail has been made in this patch is that 2 weeks ago, that kind of thing has been cancelled. So actually, the dragon won't eat your gold up when they're pushing forward.
Does that work in the patch that we are playing on right now for the finals?
Yes, it's working. So it's kind of like a fair trade on the side of AG. More and more teams are actually more fun to get that dragon.
The more you live, the more you play. The more you play, the more you learn. Thank you very much in that, Nora. All right, let's move back to the Gorge as we keep analyzing the game. On one side, Zoe was able to take out the red buff from the Wolves. So that's going to give him a little bit of an advantage. We can see him already widening the gap in between him and Pang. It is about 700 gold right now.
Yeah, 700 gold, and that allowing this OP Youngjin pick to do a lot of things. But the thing is that how bigger the gap can Zoe made? Can he use this kind of gold advantage, turn it into the team's advantage? That's going to be the question.
Let's wait and see. He's going to need to do a little bit more on that side. Let's wait on that. Look at that. He's going to be targeted. 3 members of Conqueror Army puts him on air. The Blades of Justice are trying to come in for the flag, trying to help him out. He's been taken really low. The kitty bombs come in, and it's going to be the Dahlia, the one that is going to fall. He survived, but Shuai is going to fall.
And the reason why Shuai fell is because he's trying to refresh the ulti for Zoe, trying to save him, but Shuai was sacrificed in this kind of team fight.
Well, his job is to be sacrificed right over there. That Dahlia's job is very simple. You come in, give me one more ulti, and if I get in trouble, get me out of jail.
But I mean, like, that's the problem for AG2SO right now, because the whole point about this composition is to pushing forward. But as we can see, both side lane, they're only making the tower trade, so it's definitely acceptable on the side of Wolves.
For Wolves, it's going to be a good trade, right?
Yeah.
For the other side, AG is going to have to try to do something about it. As time passes right now, and Zoe's power spike might not be what it is right now. Who's going to have to take the baton over there from this side of AG?
I would say Fuzi need to do some initiation, right? They definitely need to do some initiation. If Ran locked, whether Sakura or Track or Juan, each one of them, whether he's locked them up, the burst of damage is totally enough for them to do an insta-kill.
There are so many just options for him to lock in, right?
But not Pang.
Anyone but Pang.
But Pang.
I'll send him a message and let him know.
Because the item that Pang is building right now, he allowing him to absorb more magical damage that dealt by Shen, which is already beat in his power spike. So that's the problem. Ran need to look up any one of his enemy except Pang.
Let's wait and see. 9 minutes and 20 seconds. You can see one of the good things about having the Shoyue is that he can use his abilities to lift down the marks.
Yes.
And those marks are going to provide vision to all your team. He can just move those marks around and put them in the very difficult places. You can see one right over here in the blue buff, you can see one on the TP tunnel, and you can see one more right very close to the red buff area.
And with the help of one's pick, the Sule pick, allowing Wolves to get a full vision control right now.
Let's wait and see what's going to happen right over there with that. The red buff one more time is going to be for Zoe.
The cat pull.
Wow, can the snipe finish the deal? It's too far away.
It's too far away, but nice try by Juan. He's really active, to be honest, tonight. 10 minutes mark again.
10 minutes mark. They want to start this siren.
But he locked down.
Zoe comes in. He uses his ulti. He does not lock onto anyone. AG is right now a little bit too low.
Ooh,
look at that. Sean comes in from the flank. He's dealing so much damage. One is going to have to proc his passive to stay alive. Pang tanking in. He tries to get into someone, but no one is the target right now.
It's a skill trade. It's a skill trade, but allowing Wolves to have the chance to take this Tyrant. But AG, Zoe carrying double buff, he don't want let the Tyrant just slip away from their fingers.
We're going to have to let that Tyrant go, and then it's going to be Wolves the one that they make the decision to trade. Instead of just finding that Tyrant over there, let's go in for the Overlord.
But AG know that they're doing so. They're trying to force them back.
The flash comes in! The Unconquerable Army comes in. He doesn't have his passive. He's going to be an easy target. He's going to fall. That's going to be the first kill over there going for AG.
Nice try by Ren. Comboed with his flash in and just bound one slowly. Actually, I'm almost gonna criticize his first ulti around that camp, because we mentioned about the least man he wants to bound is Pound. But this time with a flash, nice try.
Now there comes in, the flash comes, and it's going to be them trying to take vengeance onto him. Ran tries to run away, and right now he wants to come back. It's going to be AG coming in from behind. It's going to be Track, the one that is going to be targeted. Track is going to be found away.
It's going to be Pang!
Pang, 1 against 5. What can you do in there? Can you jump the all-in? It's not going to be enough. The kitty bombs are going to chip away from HP, but Pang is going to be far away from survival.
Ooh, what a decision. I would say it was quite bold, but it's not an end. It's not end right now. I mean, I feel like Wolves, they're just being so scrappy, right? They're trying to make something happen upon Ran since his ulti was wasted, and they found a nice chance, but the problem is that the burst out damage is not enough, and that's the problem with Shouyue this hero.
Yeah, the problem right now is that the Cat Boom, his kitty bombs right now are not that painful.
Yes.
He still needs a little bit more time for those kitty bombs to be really on. Right now in this moment, the AoE coming in from him might not be that critical.
They bump to each other. Zoe passive been triggered, Shen ulti triggering, and also they're doubting amount of damage upon Wolves and forcing them to retreat. Still, we need to put Ran under the spotlight. The food is ulti. The pick, the target matters a lot.
Let's wait and see what is happening in there. AG kiting around, they come in. The ult is going to find Pang. He's going to be the Sage's Might. It's going to lock him in there. Pang, the all-in, he's taking too much damage. Coming in from 5 members from AG, nothing he could have done in there. And now the turret is going to fall as well.
I mean, like Macho, he's trying to do a solo, he's trying to get a kill, but he only takes Ran down, he also sacrificed himself, so it's gonna be a 2-1 trade in favor of AG.
Machao coming in, trying to save a little bit of his glory. He tried to take on a 1v1, it was not useful enough. The minions are extremely healthy. The turret is going to easily fall. It's going to be only one more line of turrets on the Clash lane.
I mean, as we can see on the map, how long did it take on the side of AG to take Pound down, right? It cost like a century. I mean, like Pawn, he used himself's tankiness, actually bought a lot of time for his team. But the problem is that there's no setting for Track, right?
Of course.
With that low health, there's no more damage coming from the side of Wolves.
So at the end of the day, like Pang is just tanking in so much of this damage for no reason.
Yes.
Like there's no reason right behind all of that more than just trying not to die so quickly.
Yes.
Well, this is bad news for them because right now the 4,000 goal advantage coming in from AG seems to be a little bit too lethal for them.
But Track having a really nice position. He's trying to target in at this Ran. Ran kiting a little bit more, and Eno with his red buff trying to chase them down. And Pan on the run, Sakura on the run. Everyone just retreat a little bit, but the minions are on their way in favor of AG.
The super minions are going to be an easy target over here. They're going to be a very tough test over here coming in for
They're
the
coming
Wolves.
back. They're
What can
coming
they
back.
do? Look at that. Sakura coming in from behind. He has eyes on the backtrack. but it's not going to be enough. One is going to fall. Right now, they're going to lose one of their shields. Sakura is on the run because he has nothing. Now it's going to be Tsuwan. Tsuwan can try to deal some damage in there. It's going to be lethal. Nothing that he can do.
And the minions!
It's a 2-0 trade.
The minions are already on their way. I would say this kind of decision is another bold choice made by Wolves because all gamer, they are ready to do the initiate, and also Chex's positioning, his ulti is devastating.
It is really hard right now. The Blades of Justice come in. The target is going to be tracked. Track being taken below. Super minions come in. They're already on the crystal. And then it's going to have to be the Wolves trying to clean the way with their life.
There's still minions surviving, but seeing Sule come back to life, AG slow down a little bit more because they know that they already got the advantage for Game 3. They're waiting for the next minions, and they're heading to the crystal.
They're heading to the crystal. They want this to be the last push. Biggest match coming in. It's going to be onto one. One cannot get out of there. He does have his passive, but the target was tracked. Track falls. The crystal's gonna follow. AD takes us 2-1 advantage for them.
Take their